right, everybody, welcome back. We got another subscriber strategy video for you. We got official Blue Wrench crew member, Josh. Welcome, Josh.
Hey.
So, Josh, what kind of bankroll are we using today?
$1,000.
Okay, we got $1,000. All right, explain what we're doing today.
So this is the tier strategy I've been using over on Wager Me This's channel. This is like a smaller version. Over there we're doing the $25 version. This is going to be the $10 version. So it's just running continuous don't pass with certain amount of odds on the bets.
Okay.
So you're going to start with just a $10 don't pass.
Okay. We got a 4.
Alright, so starting off, the 4 and 10, there's only going to be 2 tiers because we don't expect those numbers to repeat too often.
Okay.
So I'm going to do 40 odds on the 4. And then a $10 DC.
Okay. We got a 7 out.
So that's just a quick $20, not bad.
There you go.
The idea is to try to get as many box numbers as possible without repeating, and of course then getting the 7 as your, number that you can win multiple times.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Nice up. We got a 4 easy, Josh. Another 4.
Okay, so we're right back to it. 40 odds.
Okay.
And a $10 DC.
We got a 7. Oh my goodness, deja vu.
All right, so maybe you just win $20 every
Wow. Yeah. There you go.
You're paying me way too much there.
Oh, yeah, I gave you 40 instead of 20. Yeah, let me take 20 back. Yep. There you go. That's a don't player's dream. Boom, 0.7 out. Boom, 0.7 out. Here we go. We got an 8 easy. 8.
So when we start getting on the 6 and 8, there's going to be multiple tiers. I do 4 on the 6 and 8. So I start with 24 in odds.
Okay.
So again, it's going to be the same principle that, 24 is going to pay 20.
Okay.
And then a $10 DC.
Okay. Okay, so we got a 6 easy.
So it's going to be the same exact thing as the 8. We're going to do 24 in odds.
Okay. So it doesn't matter for you if it's a DC or a don't pass, you're doing it the exact same way.
Yeah, we're just running everything through, and if, we'll see what happens. I mean, we're just looking to see a 7 at some point,
Okay.
within so many rolls. It doesn't really have to be it doesn't really matter. Once the game starts now, we're just playing.
So you're going to do a continuous DC every single roll?
Yes.
Okay. Face up. We got a 9. So we haven't had a 5 or 9 yet. So how many odds?
5 and 9 is a 3-layered, so we're going to start with 30 odds.
Okay.
And that's going to, of course, so as you notice, the odds will all pay 20.
Okay.
$10 flat. So the first level is trying to win $30.
Okay. We got a yo. Now, if you lose that, do you increase your DC or you just keep going?
No, the flat bets are not going to be touched. It's always going to be the minimum amount on DPs and DCs.
Okay. Dice up. We got a 10 easy. 10.
So that's going to be 40 in odds.
We got a 7.
All right, so that's a 4-point. That's called a 4-point don't, which means you hit 4 different numbers.
So yeah, I mean that's a don't pass player's dream scenario so far, Josh. Wow.
Yeah, so the system is really, this is really what it's based on. Getting, you'd like to get at least 3 numbers and then hit the 7, because now we're going to get paid, in this case, we're going to get paid $30 4 times.
This is for the absolute random shooters, right? Or you use this strategy for everybody?
So you really just look for standard rolls, essentially.
Yeah.
Maybe a little lower, and if we get to the tiers when the number gets hit, you can extend for, maybe up to 10 rolls, and you can still make money even if you go about 10 rolls deep.
Okay.
So you're really playing for the standard shooter, or 7, 8 rolls, or of course less is like you've been rolling. Of course you rolled a couple 2s, and then I think that was a 5 or 6. That's right in the wheelhouse, and especially if you don't throw repeaters, then then you're just winning the base bet.
Yeah, we haven't had a repeater yet.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay,
so
let's try it, one more shooter, and then if it does not repeat, then we'll just go through a couple scenarios.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Dice up. We got a 9.
So 30 and all. Yep.
Dice up. AC doozy. We got a 4 easy. That was a 4.
And so it's pretty easy to remember the first numbers. You're remembering it pretty quickly. 24, 30, and 40.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to collect 20 every time, there's no problem. But I can assume that if we keep hitting 4s and we keep, whatever, we keep hitting numbers, then you have to have your increasing based on recouping your funds, I assume?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you're not going to get full amount. The 6 and 8, if you hit it twice, you can still profit a little bit. But the other numbers, the 5 and 9 is like a wash, and the 4 and 10 you're going to lose.
Okay.
This is based on a 3, 4, 5 times odds table.
That's pretty much a generic table. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. Dice up. We got a 5. We haven't had a repeat number in a series yet. Wow. Wow, Josh.
That's the way to make money,
Okay. Man, I jinxed you. Hard 4. All right. So, what are we going to increase the odds to?
So now we're going to go to the max at a 3, 4, 5 times table, which is going to be 60 odds.
Okay.
And this will not, on the 4 and 10, you do not recoup the full amount. So we just lost 50, and that bet, if it wins, will pay 40. So you do take a small loss on the 4 and 10.
Okay. Dice up. We got a 7!
But the nice part is, okay, so we took a $10 loss on the 4 and 10, but we're going to still make money on the 5 and 9.
Yeah.
Once again, it's the power of multiple wins.
You're going to make 60. Total. 20, 40, 60 odds. 60 bucks. Hit and run, Josh. I think it's time to get out, take your money, and run. Huh? It's an ice cold table. Ice cold. Now, let's go over a couple scenarios then, and then we'll count down your bankroll. I'll use the same chips here, and we'll see how we did. Now,
Okay.
So I'll use the same chips. So let's go to the scenario now. We down the 4 to a second tier. So let's go to a 9. So we have the DC, let's say the point, we'll just say the point's 10. So you got your 40 odds
30 odds, yeah.
on the 10, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then now the 9 is rolled. The DC travels to the 9. So you go 30 odds. So now we roll a 9. So we lose. So the DC travels again. So how many odds are we putting up?
5 and 9 are 3 layered. So the next layer of odds is going to be 45.
Okay.
The 45 will pay 30.
Okay.
And so you just lost $40, and see now if this wins, you'll recoup the $40. So for this particular number, it will be even.
Okay. So say we roll the dice and we get another 9.
Okay.
So the DC is going to travel to the 9.
Okay. So on the third level, we're going to max it out at a 3, 4, 5 times table. It'd be 60 odds.
Okay.
So now, unfortunately, that's only going to pay 50 if it wins. So we are going to take a loss overall. So let me just think. So I think it's 95 and 50. So you're going to take a $45 loss on that.
Okay.
So
Now,
we the third level.
I got to ask you a question. If we happen to hit the 9 again, what are you going to do? Max odds?
We're going to be maxed out at 60 because, you know, just so, you know, you don't need, like if you're playing at a 10 times odds table, there's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
But I try not to get up that high in case, you know, because then you need a bigger bankroll. And
Yeah.
so I keep it at 60. So that would be the highest I'm going to go on any number is 60 odds.
Okay, so you're going to just, what I was trying to ask you and what I was saying is once you've hit it 3 times, unfortunately, you're just going to keep pounding the max odds, even though you lose, you're going to keep doing the max odds.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's try another scenario. Points 10. You're going to do 40 odds on because it's a 10. And now you rolled a 6 or 8. We'll say 8. So your DC travels to the 8. So you're going to start with 24 because that pays you 20.
Yes.
Okay.
So the 6 and 8 is the number most likely to repeat multiple times.
Okay.
So we start off at very low, and there's actually 4 tiers on this just to protect you because there are times when, you know, the 6 or 8 can be rolled sometimes multiple times in a row even.
Okay. So let's go over we lost the 8. We just rolled another 8. So the DC travels. So what's our second tier?
So the next one is going to be 36.
Okay.
And on this one, this is the only number 6 and 8 where you actually can still make a profit if you get knocked off once, because the 36 will pay 30 and the 10, so that's 40. You just lost 34. So actually, you would still make a profit of $6 on the 8 or 6.
Okay.
If you get knocked off once. So this is one of the, you know, the nice things.
Okay, so we roll another 8. So what's the next tier?
So the next level is going to be 48.
Okay.
So if you're noticing, you go from getting paid, you know, the odds pay 20, the odds pay 30, now the odds are going to pay 40.
Oh, okay. So now you're at 48 odds.
So yeah, so now you're taking a loss overall on the number, but you can recoup $50 back of the, let me see, 34 and 46, that's 80. So you're only going to take a $30 loss here for getting knocked off twice.
Okay. So what if we happen to do it one more time, Josh? Is that the 60 number?
Yeah, now we're going to max.
Okay. And then that will pay you 50 for odds plus the 10. You get 60
So
back.
that pays the best.
Okay.
But you're still taking the loss overall.
Yeah. Well,
but the idea is that, you're not, you're going to make somebody roll multiple repeaters. It's not going to be, you can only lose on one number at a time.
Yeah.
So if somebody repeats a couple numbers but rolls a bunch of others, you're still going to be okay. It's just when you get on the crazy rolls where, you roll 20 plus, and then of course it's going to be major trouble.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit and get out, man. So you started with $1,000. We didn't even touch. We really didn't touch most of the bankroll, to be honest with you.
No, because you only rolled one repeater the whole, I think you rolled 4 times, you only rolled one repeater.
Crazy. That's like the ultimate dream.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
the
see.
ultimate dream is to roll a 6-point dome. You roll each number once and then a 7. Yeah, if you can roll some 6-point domes, because then, you can pick up,
Do you ever hedge the hard ways at all?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
The way I like this is because I'm not a fan of paying VIG.
Okay.
So this is what I call a VIG-free system.
Okay.
And realistically, the only advantage the house has on this is the 12. They should pay you 1 to 2 on the 12, and they don't. They bar it. And that's the only way the house makes money against you. That's it.
Wow.
So it's that's the house advantage every time a 12 rolls. So you're really not. There's no built-in advantage like on the pass, line, and come. There's no VIG if you're placing or laying. It's just.
Yeah, because the only risk you really have is your come-out roll, and you're only doing the minimum $10.
Yeah, so against the 7, that's it. You're risking a minimum of 10, whatever table minimum is against the 7.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, and your DC, for $10, so you can only lose $10 at a time.
Yeah.
Of house edge play or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And then everything else is your odds, which are true odds.
Yes. And casinos do not like this, obviously.
So there's another 100.
And unfortunately,
50? No, it's not. Hang on.
Whatever level you're playing, you're not going to get rated comp very high because most casinos, the odds do not get comp. So So it's like you're only playing minimum DP bets is all you're going to get rated on.
This would not be a bad bubble crap system. You could, instead of doing it for 10, if you find a dollar machine, or $2 machine, you could, cut it down. Because, the red bubble's only 2 times odds, so you can't.
Yeah, that's what's so bad about that in online play.
Yeah, the white dice machine does do the 3, 4, 5 times.
You would hope they would, move towards that,
Well, any edge they can get, they're not going to give it to us. You know what I mean? I hear you. So, Josh, it looks like we've got $1,180. We made a quick 180, strike, get out, quick 180.
So that's 18%. Now, normally I'm 40 to 50%. So normally on this, I would like to get 400 to 500 before I would stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I try to go a little higher.
Do you ever progress? What I mean by that is if you had a couple of losses in a row, quick losses like point, do you ever take the don't pass and increase it to 15 or 20?
What I would do is I wait till another shooter. What I do is sometimes if I get hit pretty hard on one shooter, I won't do anything on that person, but the next shooter, I might go up.
Okay, try to recoup some of it by
Yeah.
increasing it, and then you still do your progressive system, but instead of making 20 on the first pop, you make 30 on the first pop if you go to 15.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
yeah,
whatever increment you decide to do.
Yeah,
Kinda-
you can play this in any increment, 15, 25, 100, it's the same
Yeah.
principle.
And if you take a hit, you could work in a progressive system to try to get it back. You could.
Yeah.
If you had a big enough bankroll. Don't we all wish? All right, Josh. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you joining us today and sharing your strategy with us. Thank you, sir, for the support. Thank you very much.
Okay.